Hello to all of my House of NteKKah family and 1111 squad. This is Kahtonna, owner and founder of House of NteKKah. Welcome to a special edition of SuperStar Sunday Starseed Read. This is an Unsunday Libra full moon special. I'm Libra rising and also with the sun in Libra, so this energy of love, balance, and harmony is real and dear and near to me. The intent of this reading is for anyone seeing this video with special intent towards starseeds, light workers, and way showers, is that you become more empowered in this time to lead only in the way that you can, to follow when you should, and to do that, to do both of those things in the name of love. So let's begin as always with some white sage. Let's light her up just a little. A little bit of white sage medicine to clear our energetic fields, clear our space, clear this passage for this message, and to receive it with clean hearts, minds, and spirits. We give thanks for this white sage medicine. We give thanks for this sacred plant. So let's get into the reading. The first card from the Starseed Oracle. Loosen your grip. The immediate vision I get from this card is that of holding on to a steering wheel and holding on to it very tightly. What do we do when we grip a steering wheel hard? Why are we gripping the steering wheel that tightly? We usually are worried. We're usually scared. We're usually rushing in some type of a road rage. We tighten a grip when we have an overwhelming sense of needing to be in control. Many times we don't even know we're gripping that tightly. And oftentimes we zone out. We become blinded, as we do with anxiety. We forget or even cease to breathe, holding our breath so tight that we get to the point sometimes that we are about to pass out. We actually cease taking in that form of life. This card is asking us to let go, and you see that she's falling. It's like a free fall. It's asking us to relinquish control, to free fall, and know that there's freedom in that, to let go and let God. We cannot let God and hold on tight to our own control at the same time. We cannot let God and have coping mechanisms that are just another form of control. We cannot let go and let God with addictions or behaviors that continue to have some sort of grip on us and allow us to feel as if we are in control. As Buddha said, in quotes, you can only lose what you cling to. This card is asking us to cling to nothing and to use the power of this full moon to release those things that we no longer need to cling to. Very powerful card. So at the bottom it says coping mechanisms, density, addiction, to let God in, loosen your grip. The next card from the Keepers of Light, Kutumi. The story is fitting with this card because it's telling us to loosen our grip, as the same as the Starseed Oracle card. Loosen your grip. Kutumi is an ascended master, thought to have been a spiritual seeker who was able to let go of his need for material possessions. Letting go. His message again is speaking to us about letting go. He is here to help light workers as an ascended master to let go of their own limitations. Our limitations can be a form of control. We need to control our situation, control our environment, and therefore limit ourselves. It is with the letting go that we can see the truth of spirit, the light, the wisdom that has always been there. And Kuthumi, this message is allowing us to really see the essence of letting go and letting God and letting spirit in to lead the way. From the Moonology deck, the disseminating moon, stating take time to breathe out. So with as much effort as we take to inhale and to take in, we need to also focus on as much effort to breathe out and to exhale or release. This is the disseminating moon, is the phase of the moon right after the energetic burst of the full moon, of which is about to happen right here in the northern hemisphere. And at that time, it's a time of peace, like a wusa moment, a release. It is a message that life goes on, that it continues in cycles. The disseminating moon is asking us to relax after all of that energy from the full moon. Give ourselves time, give ourselves room, give ourselves rest to soak in the changes of all the things that we've released, so we can become accustomed and integrated and be ready to move forward in a lighter and more relaxed way. Disseminating moon. So from the Numerology deck, extremely powerful card, 77, spirituality. So once again, you're being called, we're being called to release things, people, activities, coping mechanisms, anything that keeps you any distance from source. You are being called to be in direct alignment with divine source energy. This is the only path to true inner peace and the greatest experience of love. It is notable here that the 7 is an extremely spiritual number, and it's amplified as being a double 7, so 77. Also, that the 7th house in astrology, an astrological chart, represents the house of relationships and partnerships, to really take a good look at the value of those and which ones that we need to focus on, which ones we need to release and let go of that are not serving our highest good. This house is also associated with the sign of Libra, which is the 7th zodiac sign. There is no coincidence that the full moon in Libra is the energy of this reading anyway. Again, Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love. Therefore, a careful examination of relationships out of the eyes of love, out of the lens of love, out of the heart of love, and nothing else, to allow for further development of your spirituality and a divine walk with Source is being called upon. Is being called upon extremely intensely, strongly, amplified, multiplied. We cannot say it enough. 77, spirituality. Okay, from the Black Moon Astrology deck, have several cards drawn, and I'll go through each one separately. It's one of my favorite decks I've been working with for a little while, and I absolutely love it. The first, Uranus. And here Uranus is represents as a planet, represents what is going on in society and within ourselves. This is a planet of revolution, of change. Uranus evokes us to break the rules, to completely obliterate established structures. And you see, this is happening as we speak. Uranus is a planet of detachment. One is able to be the humanitarian without the emotional attachment, much like an observer position. This type of detachment is needed right now. We're being asked to step back and kind of take a sideline view of what's going on in this bigger picture. Uranus also tells us to be open to surprises, so that things will be unexpected and quite different than what we think. And that is okay. That transformation is occurring in a way that one could not predict, and that the outcome is likely going to be even better than what we could ever think of. Uranus, to point out, especially right now in the time of Aquarius and this technological thinking and advances, is a planet of technology. So if you're thinking about doing anything right now online, mastering a new tool, the use of computers, maybe this is a time to move forward with that now. I know this is a time to move forward with that now. It's the reason that I'm here right now on this platform right now. Even if it feels odd, it is time to step out of your box and create a bigger box, and then step out of that box again and create a circle, and then a square, and then a rectangle. So whatever it is time to be a little different, and you will reap the benefits from that. Next is the North Node. The North Node is one of my favorite topics, favorite things in astrology. The North Node is all about the here and the now. It changed my perspective totally when I found out what my North Node was. It's very opening to why you may be feeling certain ways, and eye-opening to your destined purpose in this lifetime. It is a call to focus on the now and not dwell on the past. It is an area of our gifts because it is related to the purpose in this lifetime. So I truly believe that we are given and endowed with the gifts and the abilities and everything that we need to accomplish our purpose meant for this life. This card also represents destiny, the now that is part of your destiny, that this situation is part of your destiny. This situation right now that's going on is part of your destiny. Whatever you begin, ensure that is in alignment with that destiny. And although it may not be easy, that joy, optimism, and creativity will be part of it. Although it may not be easy, joy, optimism, and creativity will be part of it, as so long as it is in your purpose. The North Node is like a messenger for your soul. The message is saying that you are part of a larger unknown. You are moving towards fulfillment. You have learned many karmic lessons, and you have learned them already, and you're ready to reap the fruit from them now. Cancer, I feel. So this card is showing up to speak on our feelings, and also on the moon. There is wisdom in how you feel. Cancer is ruled by the moon herself, of which we are, the energy behind this card reading is the full moon in Libra. This card is confirming that emotions are high. They're high within ourselves. They're high without in the population. Emotions internally and externally are on level 10. You are very much aware of how others are feeling because of your abilities to sense and your abilities as an empath. See this as a true power and not as a weakness. A weakness consumes you, but a power in this will allow you to have great wisdom in knowing how to help the emotional state of the masses. And that's really what we are here for, is to help that emotional state to ease and calm and soothe. And that is what the energy of Cancer is all about. Another one of my favorite concepts is the Yod. This is also called the eye or the finger of God. It is linked to the Hebrew alphabet, Yod, and is the 10th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. 10 has a mystical quality, and in your astrological chart, as you see on this card at the top, it's a triangle configuration when it's present, denoting the fate to where it's pointing. The Yod showing up may mean that there are things present. Difficult things may come your way, but it is important to endure them. You may be required at certain parts to do this on their own, but you are never alone in spirit, only alone sometimes physically. Know that the destiny, like the North Node that we talked about earlier, follows you like a legion of spirit guides, ancestors, and past life lessons to support you. So you are not alone. This reading is definitely hitting on destiny and purpose and being different and stepping out and using what we have already built in to really delve into the purpose of this lifetime and the power of that purpose in this lifetime. Now, the last card from this deck is Mars. And Mars is going out with a bang, really is showing up here to allow you to see the true force behind your destiny. Both Uranus, the North Node, the Yod have showed up to create momentum for you to step into your life's purpose and to continue it with great power and great momentum. And here you see the word force, but this is not a force in forcing other people to do anything or to force you to do anything, but there is great power in this force. You are a force. You are a force to be reckoned with. You should feel driven, and that really is the force behind that, is the driven feeling. Mars is calling for action. So there's no more sitting around, no more thinking about it, no more talking about it. It's about getting up and being about it. No more doing nothing. Mars is calling for action on your purpose. So get ready and get moving. We spoke of resting earlier, but this is after the release, to allow yourself to integrate and to become accustomed to those changes. And then you need to get moving. You're lighter now. You're ready to get up with less baggage and move. That release and that rest is just in order so those things do not accompany you on the rest of this journey. Now momentum has been created for the action towards the things that really matter. So it's time. It's time. It's time. So several cards from the Crystal Power Tarot. Beautiful cards. I love them. I'll go through these one by one as well. The Moon. And I am not surprised, but surprised. I'm always amazed every time I pull cards and they really do talk to each other and pull off the energy of what is going on. It just amazes me each and every time. With the Moon, of course, the energy behind this reading is the full moon that is surrounding right now in Libra. So the Moon, just, you see this card and the path is lit, basically by the light of the moon. It also just has a feeling of wisdom, that there are stepping stones in the water that trail off and leading the way into an unknown path. You can't see where it ends. It's just an unknown place, a place of eternal, a place represented by the affinity symbol here. You get good vibes from that. You may not see the full picture of things, but you know that the picture is full. That's all we need to know. Know that you are divinely guided and trust that. And here at the bottom it says, my intuition guides me to the right decision. Know that you're being divinely guided. By the light of the moon, you will not be led astray. Strength, another card that I love, not just because I love big cats, and I just love the strength of this card and the strength of a card in the traditional tarot, of the strength card in the traditional tarot as well. But here, the imagery of this seemingly fragile and gentle being here, holding the face of a lion and doing so without fear. Of course, she has to have some type of courage, and I'm sure she didn't come running at the lion to do this. I imagine that she exercised precision and purpose and patience to approach the lion in a way that gained the lion's trust. The strength card asks you to stand in the face of whatever you are facing with courage and fierceness, but also with it's a level of grace, so you can deal with this, and whatever comes your way, you're ready. And that's what basically this says. I can deal with whatever comes my way, and you can, and you will. The Six of Swords. I remember drawing this card from another deck at the beginning of at the first one of the first readings I did related to coronavirus specifically, and it's still the similar sentiment about this, that it is a difficult time right now. Things have been challenging. It has been painful. It has been scary. It has been uncertain, but this is reassurance about right now. This is evidence that peaceful times will come. This too shall pass. The Six of the Swords indicates travel, so we are literally traveling through this period, traveling through this cycling through this situation going on, and we will come through this in a different way, and in a better way than we could ever imagine, as Uranus kind of gave us that idea. So be encouraged. Be encouraged. 10 of Pentacles. So I get the feels of celebration. I get the feels of there are things to celebrate, even though we cannot see them right now, but there are tangible things in the ether, in the atmosphere, in the dimensional fields for us to celebrate, and we can celebrate now. Do not dwell on this time, as it will not last forever. There's richness in the spirit, of course, that will elevate you to richness that we can feel and touch and smell and hear. So just celebrate now. And this card is telling us that I celebrate everything I achieve, and your achievement comes even before you actually see it. You have to feel it. You have to know that it is possible. So know that it is possible and be ready. So the Queen of Pentacles. I have everything I need to prosper, and we do, and you do. be an example of this. This is similar to, not similar, but you know, with the Mars card telling us to be about it, not talk about it, not just write about it, not say about it, but to be about it for yourself and for those that are who are close to you. Actions over words is what is really valuable. The Queen of Pentacles reminds us that we have everything that we need. We are equipped with everything that we need, and we need to be an example of that. We must share that encouragement with others to embody an overall sense of security. She's telling us that we're secure. You see how she's holding this pentacle secure and with grace and with ease and with a knowing and a poise. And we can and are encouraged to do the same. Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. We just came off of the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and again, just reiterating that we have all that we need, and if we need it, it will be there. It will be supplied. Buffalo Spirit supports our need and sense for security in a time when things are uncertain, of great uncertainty, and then the buffalo shows up. The 10 of this card also being a mystical number representing the presence of God, and the Magician card and in the traditional tarot, and just letting us know that we have all the available tools and we also know how to use those tools. The buffalo in cultures, tribes before that have hunted buffalo was considered a spirit of abundance, and still is, because it had provided for so many, in so many ways. The buffalo was used for in every single way. Every bit of the buffalo was used. Nothing was wasted. And in that same time, there was such gratitude and appreciation expressed for this majestic animal, and still is. So your gratitude and appreciation makes you a magnet for manifesting. So know that everything that we have is everything that we need is available. And in order to truly be a magnet for those things, we need to have gratitude and appreciation for the things that we have already. It's interesting. 2 different decks. I drew 2 different fertility cards. One from the Psychic Tarot, fertility. Again, supporting the abundance that I just spoke of with the Buffalo Spirit, the Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and manifesting your purpose in this lifetime and destiny. And all of that is on the horizon. It is here. Have you or are you planting the seeds to give birth to a child that will be fulfilling, joyful, and full of love? Are you ready to give birth, and are you planting the seeds of what you really want to see? Or is it something else? So make sure whatever you're planting are the seeds of what you are asking for and what you desire and what you know you deserve. This card is asking you to nurture yourself, your purpose, the earth, and others around you as you feel called. This card is giving me like priestess feels. Do all of this with integrity. Do all of this with grace. Do all of this with compassion, and do all of this with love. Yes. Plant the seeds so that you can see the fruits of the things you desire. And fertility from the Sacred Geometry Activations deck, again reminding us of the abundance we have, coinciding with the seasons. Spring is a time of fertility after a cold, hard winter, and we are dealing with a cold, hard winter of the spirit. So we're being asked to plant seeds of joy, plant seeds of love, plant seeds of hope into the spirit of others. into our own spirits at this time of newness of life in order for those things to grow. This is the time for things to be planted and fertile. The ground is fertile, so we need to be careful about the types of things that we are planting and spending time laboring over, because whatever we plant will surely become fertile with whatever our intentions were. So this card is saying the frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. And lastly, from the Starseeds mini inspiration deck, surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Trust your intuition. It has been guiding you to the answers that you seek. Starseed, raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. Channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. Thank you so much for joining me on this reading. I hope that you received something beneficial from it that touched your soul. I'm Kahtonna, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Always leave a comment if you feel compelled to do so. Follow me on Instagram at House of NteKKah. And I just wanted to say I love you all. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you. And as always, be the light and be contagious. Much blessings to you.